Hello again and welcome to another episode of Fish and Hunt with Luke. Today I'm down in the shop and I have an interesting episode for you today on how to rig a decoy for long line. First of all, many of the viewers will ask, what is a long line? And I will ask you to refer to my other videos for more information on what a long line or common line is. On this episode, I want to talk strictly about how to rig the decoy and the leader line for setup on a long line. So here I have my decoy that I'm ready to use and ready to deploy. And starting from the eyelet, I tie a simple overhand knot, run it down, run the leader line down to a standard long line clip. Now this long line clip is stainless steel, and I believe it's either a 5 or a 6-inch clip. And it also has attached to it a barrel swivel. So what exactly is this rope you see here, or twine you see here? Well, that is actually tarred seine line. And you can order this from commercial fishing supply stores, or maybe even your local stores will have this as well. But this particularly is gauge 120, and it's considered jumbo tarred seine line. And I ordered it. I can't remember who I ordered it from, but it was a Net and Twine type dealership, and it's a gauge 120. Now that's the thickness, and that's extremely important to rigging these long line setups. The reason is because it has to, these long line clips have to efficiently grab, and I don't know how well you can see it, but here's the way it grabs. It has a small dip in the wire to essentially just latch onto that, and it doesn't allow side-to-side movement either. So it has to be a specific thickness, because otherwise you won't get a good bite with your clip. So I use the jumbo 120 size. The tarred seine line essentially is, they take a spool like the one I have here that's almost empty, and they dip the spool in tar, and that tar allows for the line to become waterproof, and eventually the water will get to it, but it'll take several years, and it's real rot resistant that way. So that's just more information than you probably ever would want to know, but that's what I buy for my long line setups. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is a very important point as well, is what kind of leader length do we run, and what is the leader? There's a common term they use in fishing, but I use it in duck hunting as well, is the distance between this eye bolt and the barrel swivel where you tie off the end of the tarred seine. And this is considered your leader line, or what is attached to your main weighted line. So distance-wise, I like to vary my leader length, and this one appears to be maybe 1.5 feet, and that's the shortest I'll ever go. And I'll go all the way out to 4 or 5 feet long. The reasoning behind it is because you've got a common line that you're attaching these hooks and single decoys to. Well, if you have them all the same length, you're going to look like, it's going to just look like a big line of decoys. It's not going to be a real natural spread or presentation for the ducks to look at. And what you want is you want each decoy to float away from the line a ways at different distances, and that way it breaks up the quote-unquote line look. And that's a real unnatural look when all your decoys are just in a straight line. So I like to vary my leader length, and that way it looks more like a natural presentation. So these are tied with just a simple overhand knot. There's no need to splice the line or create a low profile, because it's not, it doesn't create any drag differently or anything else. So that's how I rig up my decoys for long line. Please let me know if you have any more questions, and Please refer to my other videos for a complete description of the long line setup and how it's deployed. Thanks for watching.